Hello guys, and today I'm going to do a how to draw on the pumpkin rabbit from Return of the Pumpkin Rabbit that's made by the Walton Files, which this is a requested tutorial. Okay? So I'm gonna show how to draw him. Okay, so basically, first you want to start off by, at the top of your paper, making lightly drawing a circle. Lightly. Don't want to push down too hard. Alright? Next, what you need to do is, you want to make these lines. I'm not entirely sure what they're called, but these are very important for getting the facial proportions correct. Okay, so next what you want to do is add like curves to the sides of that circle you originally made. Lightly draw it on there. Do not press down too hard. Just lightly put it on there. Okay, so next what you want to do is you want to like make a circle around this, but lightly press down. Do not push down too hard. And whenever you make a circle, you go slightly inwards when you get to this point right here. Slightly inwards. Okay, so now what you need to do is okay. Oh. So what you need to do right now is make like the fur, like make it pointy, like there's fur, but don't push down too hard again. Only lightly push down. You want to make it like fluffy. Hold on. But you want to stay on the lines that you made. Here. Alright. Okay, so what you want to do next is, going under the line right here that you lightly drew, you want to lightly draw like this shape for the snout. And then you want to lightly draw the nose. Just like that. Okay, so now you want to lightly draw on this shape for the inner mouth. And then you want to go in like this and go around the mouth to make the actual mouth part. Alright? Okay, I know what you would want to do is, on the mouth and part and stuff, you want to erase the lines you originally made, but keep the jaw and snout lines. It's okay if it doesn't look perfect, you can go in and change the lines later. Okay, so now what you want to do is go here, erase this and this. And that should be good. Alright, next what you want to do is draw two circles right here. Lightly draw them on and try to make them the same size, and what you want to do is lightly go in and make the eyelashes. Alright. Now you want to go in and erase the lines right here and right here. And the facial proportions now should be quite correct. Okay, so now you're gonna draw the teeth inside of the mouth. So what you want to do is you want to go up like this lightly and just draw that. Hold on. Alright. Over. So you filled it up like that. Alright. I might have to. Alright. I messed up there. Hold on. Thank you. Okay, when you draw it, you try to make it straight, but lightly draw it on. Don't press down too hard. Okay, so now you need to go in and lightly draw in what position you're going to make the ears in. I'm going to make the ears in like this position. Alright, so this is going to be basically showing how the ears are going to be. Okay, and then after that, what you want to do is you want to start off small here, go up, and around, and back, and go back and small. But lightly draw it on, lightly. Then after you do that, to make this ear go down like that, you're gonna need to go like that. And then go up like that. And then you want to go in and erase this right here, this part. And now you have the ears partially drawn. Then you want to go in, make this detail right here of the inner ears. And then now the ears are fully drawn, but now you gotta make the stripes on his ears. So what you want to do is lightly draw like this right here. And you got the stripes on his ears. Okay, now you want to draw the neck. Basically, you want to go lightly down here and make a curved line right here. Straight down, and curved line. But make sure to push down very lightly with your pencil, or yes. Okay, so now you want to go, and all the light outlines you made, draw over them harder with your pencil this time. But not on the neck. So just basically do that, yeah. And okay, so I skipped all the part where I did all the outlines and stuff, you know. Pretty sure you know. But before you outline the stripes on the ears, what you want to do is go and make it like appear like fur, like this, like spiky, and just basically do that for all the stripes. Okay, hold on. Okay, once you have all the stripes on the ears finished, make sure not to outline the neck hardly yet, if that's the right term. First, what you want to do is go through and see like all these excess lines. Just go, erase them, clean it all up. Alright. Okay, and next what you need to do is you need to go and lightly, kind of make an outline for the body. As so. Hold on. Make an outline for the body. And then afterwards you want to go to the neck and you need to make his collar, I guess. And to do that you go through here. Go like that. And then make sure to draw lightly. And then what you need to do afterwards is you need to make his tie. By that you want to first draw like a little line here, and then you want to go down and go out like an angled line, and same thing over here, and then you want to go in the middle. Then erase any mistakes. Okay. And then what you need to do is go in and make the stripes on his tie. But make sure to draw lightly. Okay, so next you want to lightly go over here and make these details right here, and then you want to go down and kind of like make his apron like over his body. Like by doing this. Gonna go down here. And then you want to erase where you made his body, except right here at the end of his body. You want to keep that. Make like a line showing that's where his waist starts, because that's going to be important for later. Okay. And now you want to go in and make his arms. So first what you want to do is kind of make the basic shape first, lightly, with your pencil. And it's going to go out like this. Alright. Hold on. There we go. You want to try to make them the same length. Yeah. Try your best to. And then next, what you're gonna need to do is you need to go in and like lightly draw on like fur around the basic shape. Okay, so after you do all that, but make sure not to add fur parts right here, like fur right here. Alright, so after you do that, what you need to do is try to erase the original shape of the arm, now that you got the fur lightly drawn out. Try to erase everything that's inside the arm, and try not to erase the light drawing around the arm. Nope. Like this. Alright. Okay, so after you do that, now what you're gonna need to do is draw his forearms. Forearm, I believe that's what it's called. So you kind of need to lightly draw like that. It goes out, back in. Goes out, back in. Then you want to make a curved end to his arm. And then you want to do the same over here. Okay, Hold on. Okay, so after that comes the hardest part, I think, of this drawing, the hands. So you want to lightly push down and kind of make, like, make sure it, like, goes in a bit. Whenever we're making the hands. Okay. So basically you want that shape as basically on what the hand's gonna be. So, and the hands are gonna be from the side. So, here. And then what you want to do is draw the fingers, which basically is going to be in 2 segments. You want to draw like this, lightly. You want to draw like a little separation thing. And then you want to draw like this claw. You basically want to do that for all the other fingers. Like a little separation thing. And then okay. Hold on. Give me a sec. Okay. So you want to like lightly do that. And you want to do the same for the hand over here. Okay. So basically do what you did over here, but for this one, make the thumb. Okay. Okay, so after you do that, time to go on to the legs. So basically what you want to do is just make the shape of the legs, but press down lightly with the pencil. And make sure it's a little bit away from where the waist was left, you know. Okay? So, after that, what you want to do is, you want to go and erase all this. Now that you got the general shape of the upper part of the legs drawn, what you're gonna need to do is... Wait, hold on. It's a little short, so if you also accidentally made them a little short, you can go through and easily, lightly go and extend like that. And now what you want to do is you want to lightly draw the fur around them. Give it off like a furry looking look. Like it's fluffy. Okay, now after you do that, what you're going to need to do is make the lower part of his legs by doing the same thing you did for the lower part of his arms. Do that, and then curl off right there. But lightly press down, lightly. And do the same with the other side. Hold on. Okay, so after that, time to draw the feet. So to do that, you want to kind of make a triangle, kinda. Like you go out. But then you don't finish it there. And do the same for the other side. And then what you're gonna do is make like these curve, like a semicircle, and then go down into a point. And then you're gonna do that for the other one. Hold on. Sometimes it takes a few redraws, that's why you write it lightly. Alright, then after that, what you need to do is do this, make that, and then do this, lightly. You're gonna do the same process for this one over here. So after you do that, you're gonna go back up to the neck, and you're gonna make the bandages on the neck. It doesn't have to look exactly the same as I make it, but basically you're just going to make this as like a bandage, and then just make more lines going through like that. No more like this. And basically, that's the bandages for the neck drawn. And now we're just gonna outline the neck. Okay, so after you got that outline, what you want to do is go back down here to the apron and make some blood splatters. It doesn't have to look exactly the same way I make it. It can look any way it wants. Just add some like splatters in there. Draw lightly though, in case you mess up. And draw like something here. Alright. So after that, what you're going to do is outline the tie. Okay, so now what you want to do is lightly go to the arms here and just make the stitching. Which there is stitching that goes from here to there. So basically just want to draw a line and then draw like little stitches right there. And right here, though you want it to be accurate, these are the spots that his stitching is in. Wait, I drew that wrong, hold on. And then you want to go through. Here. Okay. And over here, what you want to do is go here, up over to the shoulder. Alright. Here. And then here. And then there's also one here. And here. Okay. Okay, now for the legs, what you want to do is just erase the base part of the leg like you did with the arms, but keep like the fluff outline. Keep the fluff outline. Okay. So now, time to make the stitching. So basically go here. And then, okay, here. Yes, and then here. And for the other leg, you want to go over here. And then here. And then here. Okay. And basically for the arms right here and the legs right here, you want to do the same thing you did with the neck. Like, down here. And add on to it. In any way you want. Anyway. Okay. And here. Alright, I'm gonna cut to after I add all the bandages. Okay, so after you make the bandages on the arms and lower legs, or lower arms and lower legs, what you're gonna need to do is kind of like make like a hanging part where it's kind of coming off. So like, make like a strand going down of like bandage. Do the same thing for over here. And then down here at the legs, just lightly drawn. These there we go. Okay, so basically you have like the base from the body down. Now the next step is just to go through and outline all of it. Basically. So yeah, yeah. Okay, so here's the finished product. I outlined everything. Here's the finished product. And here, there we go. This is how to draw the pumpkin rabbit from Return of the Pumpkin Rabbit, which is made by the Walton Files. Yeah, I believe, right? Yeah, Return of the Pumpkin Rabbit was made by the Walton Files. You should go check them out, because Return of the Pumpkin Rabbit is like the best cinema you can watch. It's like perfect cinema. Anywho, so, well, remember to like if you like this tutorial. Well, this is the end of the video.